Hi all, I've been gone for quite a good while because my computer was spoiled, but it's all fixed now. And anyway, Light and I went to the fan festival in Tokyo in December, and we didn't manage to buy tickets as they were only sold to Japanese addresses, and we had also got a hold of a ticket agent thanks to Su Young from Tonberry, and we asked for them to help us buy tickets, but they were sold out within minutes as well, so we didn't get any. And we were still going to Japan though for the Eorzea Cafe, and if you're interested, I'll be blogging about that soon. We then found out that there will be 200 door tickets to be sold, so we decided, hey, why not go queue for them? And the ticket queues start around 5:15 a.m. and the purchasing starts at 8 a.m. So in order to ensure we did get a ticket, we had to go and camp overnight there. So I was looking at the big site map to see if there was any shelter or 24-hour McDonald's we could stay at, but I don't think Japan has that, and we had to go there anyway. So we reached around 11 p.m. at night, and we were looking for any other potential queuers like us, and we went in to see where the hall was, and there was a small family mart at the corner. So we went in and got some hot drinks, and we stayed at the benches outside using the free Wi-Fi. And afterwards it got colder and the guards started chasing people away because apparently you cannot loiter around the big site area. And we found a small corner to hide in from the wind, but it was still outdoors, so it was still cold. And we stayed there for a while, and then we went out looking for better places. We did see other people staying overnight as well, and then we decided, hey, let's just go back to our old place because there was really no other place to hide. And we stayed there shivering in the cold, and it was so bad my stomach and my back hurt, and I think Light as well. So yeah, we stayed there till the wee 5 a.m. and we went out. We see hordes of people coming in already, but the guards were still chasing people out because if they say 5:15, you have to be there at 5:15, no earlier. And when it was 5:15, we see hordes of other people started running in the other direction, and we knew that was the queue, and luckily we were quite near the front of the pack, so we got really good numbers. Mine was 29 or so, and yeah, that ensured us getting a ticket to go in. However, we still had to wait outside in the cold until 8 a.m. when they would let us in to buy the ticket, and that was really disappointing because it got even colder in the morning. I don't know how that is even possible, but there was no sun at all, so yeah, it was probably 3 degrees or so. Anyway, after they let us into the convention hall, I was like, what? This is just as cold? And here they let you buy the tickets, but you still had to wait until the doors open at 10 a.m. So I just sat down and fell straight asleep. Finally at 10 they ushered us in, and we were lucky enough to get seats near the front, and there was other people who had no seats. They had to stand throughout the keynote. Then when Yoshida finally appeared on the stage, it was still like watching him on the screen, and it was quite an unreal feeling. And anyway, the keynotes itself, as you all know, was really exciting, and there's a lot of new stuff going to come out. And after all that, we went to queue for the Odin challenge first because we know that the queue would get even longer later on. We could watch the players play from these big screens, and you do get randomly grouped with people in the queue, so you really don't know how good they are, and it's really RNG dependent. And some groups do fail, and we even see someone still setting her keybinds midway through the battle, and that was kind of scary. I wasn't particularly scared to fail, but I really didn't want to queue for this whole thing again because it took us up to an hour for us to get to the front. So we got grouped with some Japanese people who looked pretty good, and when Light told them, we don't speak Japanese, I think I saw, oh shit, E-players come in their heads. But nah, it was all good. They were really nice to us, and all I had to say was Shiro, which was a white mage, and Light was playing the warrior, and they even went to find a staff who could speak English to explain to us the battle mechanics, but we pretty much got the whole thing from watching people play. And when it was our turn, we headed to our PCs. We had 5 minutes to set our keybinds up, and everything was in Japanese, so I randomly clicked stuff and pulled my buttons together, and there wasn't any time to record our fight, and I was really feeling too nervous to do anything else. The fight starts out pretty simple, and the tank doesn't take much damage at first, so the healers could help with DPS, because what kills most parties is that they couldn't down the Zantetsuken in time, so I helped with some of the DPSing, but in the next phase, the AoE damage starts coming in a lot, and I basically had to spam Medica all the time until my mana ran dry, and luckily it was only our black mage that died and not the whole party, so at the end we had LB to kill it off in time, and that's when we get this t-shirt. Next, we found the signing area where you could write stuff on, and I don't think we recognized any names from Tonberry. They were all in Japanese, so afterwards writing our names, we queued for the merchandise booth, and that queue was even longer. I would say it took more than an hour to queue for. And I found out later they were giving another FanFest t-shirt out for us, so I originally wanted to get the Rama t-shirt, but I decided to get the mug instead. The only other line we queued for was to redeem our stamps, and there was also a makeshift Eorzea cafe where they sell different items from the original one, and they give you these stamps for participating in the activities at the events, and we were just too tired to do any of the other games, so we just sat down to watch the cosplay contest, and it was really funny. Then afterwards, we headed to get some food and go back to our hotel because it was a really long day for us. And that's it for our FanFest adventure. It was quite an experience, and I'm glad I went. And please do stay tuned for our other content, and also do check out our blog. And that's it. Bye!